Hi there, little dreamer. Are you all set for tonight's story? This one is about self discipline, a superpower that helps you stay focused and achieve anything you want. It's from the Panchatantra, one of India's oldest collections of stories that teach us wisdom and life lessons. Today, we'll meet a clever crow who shows us how staying determined can solve even the trickiest problems. So, let's get started. Once upon a time, in a green forest filled with tall trees, chirping birds, and scampering squirrels, there lived a clever crow named Chatura. The forest was usually full of life, with streams flowing and fruits hanging from trees. But this summer was different. The sun was hotter than ever. The rivers had dried up and the animals were struggling to find water. Chatura sat on a branch of a large banyan tree, gazing over the dry, cracked ground. Her feathers were ruffled from the heat and her throat felt dry. I must find water, she thought. If I don't, I'll grow too weak to fly. She spread her wings and soared high above the forest, her sharp eyes scanning every corner. The rivers were empty, the ponds had turned into patches of mud, and even the dew on the leaves had dried up. Chatura felt tired, but she didn't stop. Now, kids, what would you do if you were Chatura? Would you keep looking or would you take rest first? Just as Chatura was about to give up, something shiny caught her eye. It was glimmering under the sun in an old abandoned garden near the edge of the village. Chatura swooped down to investigate. There, hidden under some bushes, she found a small golden pot. The pot was beautiful, with carvings of flowers and leaves on its surface. Curious, Chatura peeked inside. Her heart leaped with joy. There was water at the bottom of the pot. I have found it, she chirped excitedly. But her excitement faded as she realized a problem. The pot had a narrow neck and her beak couldn't reach the water. She tried tipping the pot, but it was too heavy. Chatura hopped around the pot, thinking hard. Now, kids, how do you think Chatura will solve this problem? Have you ever had to solve a tricky puzzle before? As Chatura stood by the pot, frustrated, she remembered something she had seen before. Once, while sitting near a river, she had watched pebbles sink into the water. An idea sparked in her clever mind. What if I use pebbles to make the water rise? She thought. Without wasting time, Chatura began her search for pebbles. The garden was overgrown with weeds and vines, but she spotted few small stones scattered near an old pathway. She picked one up with her beak and dropped into the pot. Bloop! The pebble sank, and the water rose just a tiny bit. Encouraged, Chatura flapped her wings and went back for more. One by one, she dropped pebbles into the pot. Bloop! Bloop! The water level rose slowly. It wasn't easy work. The sun beat down on her and her wings ached from flying back and forth. But Chatura didn't give up. She reminded herself, if I stay patient and focused, I can do this. Now, kids, have you ever worked hard at something even when it felt tiring? What do you think Chatura is teaching us by not giving up? Finally, after what felt like forever, the water rose high enough for Chatura to reach it. She dipped her beak into the pot and drank deeply. The cool water refreshed her and gave her new energy. Chatura sat by the pot feeling proud of her efforts. If I hadn't stayed focused, I would never have found this water, she thought. The next day, Chatura noticed her forest friends looking weak and thirsty. The squirrels, rabbits, and sparrows were too tired to search for water. Chatura decided to help. She showed them the golden pot and taught them her pebble trick. The animals were amazed. Chatura, said a little rabbit, you are so smart, but how did you stay so patient when it was so hard? Chatura smiled and replied, it wasn't easy, but I knew that giving up wouldn't help. Self-discipline means doing what's right even when it's tough. If we stay focused and keep trying, we can solve almost any problem. The animals thanked Chatura and learned how important it is to stay disciplined. Now kids, how do you think Chatura's friends felt when she helped them? They felt happy, right? Can you think of a time when you stayed patient and finished something important? Maybe a homework or a project work for school? So this story teaches us that self-discipline is the key to achieving great things. Like Chatura, we should stay focused and patient even when things are hard. In your daily life, you can practice self-discipline by cleaning up your toys after playing, finishing your homework before watching TV, practicing something new like drawing or riding a bike without giving up. When you stay disciplined, you will feel proud of your accomplishment, just like Chatura. Alright now, little one, as you snuggle into the bed, think about a time when you stayed focused like Chatura. Maybe you finished a tricky puzzle or helped someone in need. Isn't it a wonderful feeling? I know, you are amazing. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let's end the day with a sweet rhyme before we drift off to Dreamland. Stars are shining, moon is high. Time to rest and close your eyes. Snuggle up, the world's at peace. Drift to sleep, let your worries cease. Good night.